Wow, we got cut off because we went too long, John.
Damn!
Damn you! So we're just talking about how long it was since our the last thing that Butterscott did.
For some reason, I'm thinking St. John's Woody, but there were a couple after that.
I think there were a couple. I mean, God is Odd came. No, God is Odd didn't. Apology came after St. John's Woody,
right?
And then we put together.
Apology came. I put Apology together when I was living with Don Kiffett. God rest her soul.
Yeah. And there's a big benefit show for her on the 15th of July.
15th of July.
And you're going to be sitting in with the Kenny Highland Clan.
Yeah, just for a couple songs.
Just for a couple of songs. So John's going to be there. I'm going to be in Vermont, so I'm not going to be there.
What's happening in Vermont?
Vermont is happening.
Vermont
is always happening. I've got this much maple syrup left, and I've got to replenish the supply.
Ah, okay.
But
I thought you like siphoned it off from like IHOP visits.
I used to, but the thing is,
people that siphon gas,
your lips get really kind of sticky, and your breath smells like maple all the time. And sometimes that's kind of cool, but it isn't always cool. But we're trying to remember the last Butterscott thing that we did, and neither of us can remember.
Brett might know.
Brett would probably know. Brett Milano played drums with us. Mint Milano. He played drums with us for a couple of years. Wrote some really cool songs with him, none of which we can remember because we wanted to include it on some Butterscott thing. We did.
We did Sid the Hippie Squid with him, or was
we did Sid the Hippie Squid? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no one can remember
nobody can remember how that one goes. We also did the Crimson Weirdo Ate My Brain.
See, that's pretty.
Which is basically the Crimson Weirdo Ate My Brain. Da, 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 da. That's pretty much the whole song right there. And we did that for 20 minutes at the Kirkland once, and they called the cops on us. So that's what happened, as they do. But and we also had a song called "The Sands of Time," which we might actually revisit that one. We revisited Infinity Forever. I mean, Infinity Forever was written around that time too, so you never know. We always wanted to record Infinity Forever, though, and Sands of Time we had pretty well fleshed out. But,
and when it's time for me to fly, that's gonna be that you're gonna cry. The sands of time are running out on you,
and I'll cry all the way home, all the way home,
all the way home,
all the way home,
all the way home.
Yeah. So we're really just Spinal Tap meets the Ruddles meets the Bonzo Doodah Dog Band meets Flo and Eddie. So if you like all those things, you should go to butterscott.bandcamp.com just to see what it is we're talking about right now. The last thing that we did as Butterscott before we went our separate ways is we put together a compilation, which I think you can still find. It came out on CD. It was the only thing up to that point to ever come out on CD. John and I spent months upon months putting together this thing.
I forgot to make sure that Joel got a credit.
He forgot to credit the old Buzz Syndrome, which I'm, still pissed off. But, the thing is, they wheelbarrowed so much money to my house to get me to be in Butterscott again. I couldn't say it. You know what? Bygones. Let bygones be bygones.
It was Monopoly money, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Monopoly.
Monopoly money.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I already spent it, so here I am.
Hey, you spent Monopoly.
Right.
Great.
So we had started a thing called Great Scott Volume 1. And we only got to Volume 1. It took us, 60 hours a day.
Transferring stuff from a 4-track.
From a 4-track cassette to another cassette deck, going through some equipment that we found at Radio Shack. And, the guys in London loved it. They decided to take all our names off of it and put it out as their own thing. On Revola Records, called Throwing Meatloaf at the Sun. And if you get on your Google machine, I'm sure you can find a copy somewhere out there for like $5. We may just don't tell Revola. We may just put it out ourselves because
everybody does that.
Everybody does that. We have a contract with Buttersville USA.
I think Andy Pratt did that.
Yeah, well, Andy Pratt's done a lot of things that I'm sure I wouldn't say he's not proud of. I think he's just forgotten that he's done them.
Yeah.
But that's how that goes. Love you, Andy. You're an awesome guy. Avenging Annie.
Yeah.
Go keep avenging her, will you? All right. Anyway, so we're working on something called the somewhat disappointing contractually obligated follow-up, because we are contractually obligated to our record company, and we're almost done. I mean, I won't lie. We only got a handful of songs left to do that are on the list of things to do.
We're gonna do In the 50s next after this.
Oh, we're not going to talk about what song we're going to do.
Oh, we're not going to talk
yet.
about.
No. We may or may not be doing a song called In the 50s, kids. Just like we may or may not be doing a whole lot of the other stuff that we told you we may or may not be doing. One thing we are doing is a show at the Midway in Jamaica Plain, one of our favorite places. Butterscott hasn't played the Midway yet. This will be our debut. And it's a Monday night. We're playing with Gigantic Ant, who are a lot of fun.
August 22nd.
August 22nd. And that lineup is going to be myself, Buzz Syndrome, Jonathan wiping his eyeballs, Scott, Chalk Van Shake, yes, and of course our stalwart guitarist, Mr. Ad
Devil May Care Flying Ace, and
Devil May Care Flying Pants. Ad Equate.
Yeah.
So we are still waiting for Sky to get back from the restroom. We think he might have fallen in. You know, did your folks ever tell you to, whenever your brothers or sisters were in the bathroom, go knock on the door, make sure they haven't fallen in? What if they had fallen in? What would you do then? Where's your God now?
The toilet would get clogged, wouldn't it?
It would. I mean, there's no way you can't flush a person down the toilet. People have tried. People have tried and not succeeded.
Your baby has gone down the plug. Oh, your baby has gone down the plug. The little thing was so something and thing.
And a da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee, whatever the hell else you can fit in there.
That's a Cream song.
Anywho, so, 22nd of August at the Midway. It's going to be fun. We're going to like this. And it's with Gigantic Ant and other people to be announced. And not to be confused with the band TBA, who plays everywhere.
And free pizza.
And free pizza, free beer. And all those guys have a song called Funk in A. You get it? It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's
pretty funny that way.
It's a pretty funny joke, man. It really is
funny that way.
Anyway, so we got a lot of irons in the fire, as they say. For all you Butterbee fans that are
just waiting to brand those horses.
So, and we want to hear from you. In fact, I'll tell you what. Go onto our Facebook page and like us, and let us know if